Hey everyone, my name is Jeremy Bennett and this is a triangle. And in just a few minutes, I'm going to show you how this triangle will help you tap into the powers of your mind. And once you understand this, there is absolutely no obstacle on this planet that can stop you. Period. This is perhaps the single most important secret that I'm about to reveal to you. And without anyone ever noticing that you're even using this secret formula. If you watch this until the end, I'm going to give you the system that has been proven to work for over 110,000 people from over 120 countries that I have taught the secret to. This secret is going to help you attract happiness, success, peace, and even finances. This is the secret missing link to the law of attraction. This secret has been used for thousands of years by some of the greatest people in history, including Henry Ford, Albert Einstein, Edison, and many, many more. If you follow my step-by-step method to the letter, you will easily be able to tap into a powerful state of mind that will allow you to tap into the abundance, the joy, and financial and emotional freedom that you've been struggling to achieve. And let me make one thing very, very clear. This secret method is not wishful thinking. This is actually science. And before I reveal this secret, there's something you need to know about yourself first. Let's look at the most controversial powers of your mind that you didn't even know existed. Let's look at your thoughts. Now we know that we can measure thoughts by hooking up scanners and measuring the frequencies that are emitted when you think them. Yet there isn't a specific location in the brain that holds your thoughts. So ask yourself right now, have you ever had a moment where you knew exactly what someone else was going to say about 3 seconds before they actually started talking? Have you ever thought about someone and suddenly you receive a call, a text, or even bump into that exact person you were thinking about? Have you ever met someone and you received bad vibes from that person and your intuition turned out to be correct? What is it that causes this to happen? The answer to that will be revealed in just a minute, but first let me show you something amazing. There was an experiment conducted by Dr. Emoto where he observed the effects that thoughts have on water. He went on to write different words, both positive and negative, and taped them onto containers full of water. He then froze the water overnight and then looked at the crystallization with a fine-tuned microscope the next day. The water with positive words formed beautiful symmetrical structures. The water that was stamped with dark, negative phrases was dense and not so attractive. Now you think about this, if your words, your thoughts and intentions can do this to the crystallization of water, and our bodies are made up of 60%, at least 60% water, and researchers are telling us we have on average 60,000 thoughts every single day, what can your thoughts do to you? It's scary. The idea that thoughts become things isn't new at all. In fact, this notion has been around for thousands of years. In Tibet, in India, Bolivia, and Peru, indigenous traditions all knew that there is this experience that we could have inside of our bodies, inside of our minds, that would change our world in some way. There's an unknown power living within every living human on this earth. It's a living, pulsating essence that lies beneath your thoughts and emotions. It penetrates through the world around you that you call reality. And this is nothing new. According to ancient texts, when thought, feeling, and emotion merge into a single potent force, it will inevitably reflect upon you and your surroundings. This is going to sound crazy if you're hearing about this for the first time, but it's real. I can assure you it's real. It's as real as gravity. This living essence does not yet have a title, although many cultures call it God. Stephen Hawking called it the mind of God. Max Planck The father of quantum physics called it the Matrix. Edgar Mitchell, the Apollo 14 astronaut, called it nature's mind. And the list goes on and on. There's a reason why the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. There's a reason why the sick get sicker and the healthy get healthier. There's a reason why some people are surrounded by love and others are not. And it's all because of this field that I call the Tree of Life. And the Tree of Life has been proven over and over again. People from all over the world are experiencing it right now, including you. In fact, there was a study conducted where a group of people got together and collectively meditated with the motive to experience a powerful state of peace within. What happened still leaves scientists astonished. They found that the very act of meditating reduced violent crimes, including homicide, rape, aggravated assault, and robbery in this area. The likelihood of this being some kind of fluke or coincidence due to chance is less than 1 in 10,000. Yale University Journal said that the results of this experiment are so unexpected that 1,000 people can influence the behavior of 1,000,000 that they urged other scientists to go out and repeat the study. And that's exactly what happened. And in every one of these experiments, there was an 80% reduction in violence and war in comparison to all other days. Now again, the likelihood of this being a fluke due to chance is 1 in 10 million. Not too long ago, I suffered with a very severe form of obsessive-compulsive disorder, anxiety, and clinical depression. Obsessive-compulsive disorder, also known as OCD, is a type of mental disorder that involves controlling your environment around you because you cannot control the negative thoughts inside of your mind. Imagine the bad thoughts you have daily being amplified 100-fold. That was me. Growing up as a kid, I never heard of OCD. I didn't know what anxiety was, and I didn't know what the word depression really meant. I noticed that one of my dresser drawers was sticking out just a little bit more than the rest, and for some reason it was bothering me. I couldn't get to sleep that night. It was pestering enough that it made me stand up, walk over, and push it in. And like magic, that pestering feeling went away. As the days went by, I noticed myself doing more and more of these weird rituals. I had no idea why I was doing the things I was doing. I noticed that I had to walk over each line on the floor with my left foot first, and if I accidentally walked over a line with my right foot first, I would feel anxious. I noticed that everything in my possession had to be on a 30-degree angle, and I didn't know why. Every time I turned a doorknob, I would have to turn it all the way to the left, all the way to the right, all the way to the left, all the way to the right, until it felt right, until it felt correct. If I picked up a glass of water, I would have to pick it up, then put it down, then pick it up, then put it down, then pick it up over and over and over and over again. I couldn't control my thoughts, so I had to control my environment around me. Actually try to wrap your mind around doing 4 to 6 hours of these compulsions a day. To say it was exhausting is a massive understatement. It was crippling. Day by day, week by week, month by month, these symptoms continued to grow until I became clinically depressed. I lost all love for what I enjoyed in life, and I just didn't want to get out of bed anymore. People who have never suffered with anxiety or depression can never understand what it's truly like to live a life crippled by either. Then one day I realized that if I didn't take matters into my own hands, I probably wouldn't be around much longer. I realized that if I look at anxiety for what it truly was, that I would be able to beat what my own doctor told me I could not. After these painful experiences, and after everyone has failed to give me the support I desperately needed from my doctor prescribing drugs that made it actually worse, to mental support that just did not work, I embarked on a journey to discover the powers of my own mind and how to uncover the amazing potential to heal. I read the works of some of the most brilliant people on the topic and worked under some of the most renowned doctors worldwide until this led me to the development of the Tree of Life. I knew I could do one of three things. I could continue taking medication, bury my head in the sand, and pretend I was happy. I could conform and accept my depression and just live the rest of my life in pain. I could be a robot and live day by day while my thoughts controlled me. Or I could make the choice I did and take control and complete ownership of my own mind. I could learn the psychology of success and dominate my own mind instead of sticking my head in the sand while losing the will to live and just end up conforming to a mediocre life with no joy or excitement, just living day by day with this vacant feeling. I didn't want a mediocre life. I wanted to create an amazing life full of bliss, happiness, and peace. I knew that it was possible, and if my imagination could even see the tiniest possibility of finally being happy, that's all I needed. I read so many books on self-mastery. I interviewed world-renowned experts in this field and asked them the questions that were burning inside of me. I then sat down at my laptop and recorded absolutely everything I have learned and discovered into 11 powerful techniques that would totally re-hardwire my brain and awaken a hidden genius within. And then something absolutely astonishing happened. I started to implement the secret you are about to learn. And when I did, my world started to change. I started to take complete control over my life, and my anxiety attacks, my depression, and OCD started to wither away, and I was actually beating something my own doctor told me I could not. And not only have I beaten this disorder with these 11 techniques that I call the Tree of Life, I have used this exact method and have gone on to become an author, producer of several television documentaries, transformational speaker, and someone who absolutely loves life. I've beaten this disorder and was finally happy. At one point I thought that was it for me. But it wasn't. I found myself using the Tree of Life in every aspect of my life. I used it for my health, I used it for my relationships, and I used it for my financial freedom. Now I'm about to unlock this door for you, but first there's something you need to understand about the Tree of Life. Because this isn't just a power, it's actually a responsibility. You will learn how to align yourself with the natural flow of life and unleash an incredible power within. You'll be able to achieve an emotional state you've only experienced once or twice, in moments of pure ecstasy, those moments you wish you could relive, but have always remained a memory. You can switch it on like a light switch. You'll be able to use the law of attraction and achieve a powerful state of mind that will automatically attract your dream partner, that house you've always dreamed of, or simply attracting and extracting and sourcing creative inspiration to produce and perform at peak state. And this next thing is important, so listen carefully. You'll be able to do this all without hard work or stress, because if you follow the Tree of Life to the letter, you will be in perfect synchronicity and flow in your life. I know this may sound absolutely ludicrous, it might even sound like it's supernatural, and you will only know what I truly mean once you experience it. This isn't magic, it's science. Listen, this is how powerful your thoughts are. Every time you have even one negative thought, there's a part of your brain called your hypothalamus that, when you have these negative thoughts, triggers the release of cortisol from your adrenal gland in your kidneys. Cortisol is the stress hormone. This makes your blood pressure rise, your palms get sweaty, it makes your body tremble, all while sending that emotion out into the universe to attract more of that type of energy back into your life. In fact, every single thought you have affects your body in a particular way. Every single time you have a negative thought, your brain reacts and triggers the release of chemicals that drag you down and create stress, and actually create more of that energy into your life by attracting it. The Tree of Life will literally re-hardwire your brain, so you release the right chemicals and hormones into your body so you can achieve a state that you only see in people who are loving and living life to the fullest. These chemicals lift you up and make you feel amazing and bring the best out of you. So are you ready to feel what it's like, to actually feel what it's like to be the person you've always wanted to be? Are you ready to unleash that limitlessness in you and express it through your relationships, through your health, and through your work? If your answer is yes, keep watching. The Tree of Life is the result of over 10 years of intensive research and experimentation. I did the hard work so you don't have to. When I decided to reveal these techniques to people from all around the world that attend my seminars, I wanted to make it as simple to understand so anyone from any walk of life can use the Tree of Life. And in order to accomplish this program needed to fulfill these things. Number one, all these secrets needed to be packaged in one simple nutshell. It had to be easy to use so anyone can master this art within a very short period of time. Number two, it needed to be transformational. For me to be fully satisfied with this system, it had to be more than just a self-help product. It needed to be the master key to unlocking your hidden potential. And number three, this system had to be tested and proven to work, and I can honestly say I still receive thousands and thousands and thousands of thank you emails and letters from people telling me their success stories from all around the world. And after years and years of work testing these techniques in my own life and giving it to people and hearing their unbelievable feedback, here's just some examples of the secret techniques that you're going to learn and the amazing results that you will experience when you get the Tree of Life now. The Morpheus technique. Use this and you'll condition yourself to source an astounding amount of energy from places you never knew existed, and you will finally make the law of attraction work for you. The Alpha Mind technique. This allows you to tap into your mind to achieve a genius state. You will be able to do things that you never thought you could do. This technique will give you daily access to the steering wheel of your subconscious mind, allowing you to align yourself with an alpha state. The enchantment effect technique. By learning this technique, you will understand why particular people are attracted to you, but more importantly, you will understand how to attract your dream partner into your life. The flow effect technique. Use this to rid you of crippling anxiety, depression, and even physical illness. Just like the placebo effect, this technique will allow you to command your subconscious mind to heal itself. The Seahorse priming technique. Hardwire your brain. Use only if you want to dissolve limiting beliefs that are constantly sabotaging you. Program yourself to achieve a millionaire's mindset, and so much more. Now, ask yourself if you can feel this. That feeling of possibility, that same feeling I felt pulsating deep inside my chest, that same feeling that was the beginning of an incredible journey that led me to this secret which changed my entire life, that gave me this power over my own mind and ownership over my life. How much is it worth to have this at your fingertips without having to go through 10 years of intense research and experimentation? How much is it worth to be living that life you dreamed about as a child? How much is it worth to be behind the steering wheel of your own life? How much is it worth to know you can overcome almost any obstacle that comes into your life just by using this one simple technique? The reality is that the majority of people are controlled by their own minds. I meet so many people that live life without understanding why they think the way they think, without knowing why they do what they do, without realizing that they're sabotaging themselves from reaching the life that they desire because they unknowingly have a fear of it. So think about this for a second. What do you think would be a fair price for the tree of life? If you're being completely honest with yourself, you'd say about $300 or more would be fair to change your entire life forever. You probably feel that was a fair price to never feel that anxiety again. I know that the second you want something so much because you realize the enormous transformation it will have on your life, the price you're paying no longer matters. But sometimes you just can't give yourself what you need, which is why I'm going to make it easier for you. Let me make one thing clear. My mission in life is to empower people like you and like me. And if I have to compromise my price to make this happen, then I'll do it. I have always done everything in my power to help someone achieve what they want to achieve. Because you've given me so much of your time, you're not going to pay $300. I'm not going to let you pay $197. For you, I'm giving you the Tree of Life for $97. But if you take action right now, we're actually going to give you 50% off. Simply click the button below and you'll get the complete Tree of Life system for the price of $47. But you have to do it right now. If you're still seeing this page, this discount has not expired. Click the button below before the discount expires. And just to back up everything that I have said, I'm going to give you a guarantee. Just enroll in the Tree of Life program right now by clicking the button below. Use the material and see for yourself how powerful these techniques can really be and how much your life can totally transform if you follow it to the T. And if you don't think the program is worth what you paid for it, just contact us at info@thetreeoflife.com anytime in the next 60 days. And you'll get your money back as fast as we can. That's how confident I am about this system, because if you follow every single technique properly, you will see enormous change in your life. All you have to do is click the button below to get started.